grass also belongs in the forest.
Nice.
There is also a tree.
Nice.
I think you will become a fool if you choose to become a bigger grass. I would rather choose to be a tree who would never graze on the grass. I would definitely shelter them, but I would never be a bigger grass. I would be a bigger tree. I bet any AI would never ever compose a musical piece as close to Lag Ja Gale.
लग जा गले के फिर ये हंसी रात हो न हो, शायद फिर इस जन्म में मुलाकात हो न हो. लग जा गले से
Ideological part, right? Because you already explained how the music comes in and how it hits in, right? I have two parts I need to ask with, right? We brought up this conversation which is tangential, but I want to, because it's very strange when I meet people that they bring up Corona. It's kind of a thing already in my podcast that when we have a conversation, they talk about Corona, and I'll be interested to know their journey in Corona, because there is some way that it has changed them or signified them. Right now, you're also pointing out certain things about it. I don't know what.
Yes.
I'd be interested to know what it meant to you.
Yes, the best part of Corona for me was no school. Because I was not made for schools, which I realized very later. And now school is on the side. I'm doing my studies on the side and music as my main thing. So what COVID did as a big favor for me was for me to think, for me to have time apart from school, so that I realize what I can do in my free time instead of wailing it away. So what I did in COVID mostly had to do with you couldn't travel anywhere. So you had to be in your house. So I did a lot of fitness, health exercises, and you connected with people online. And the one skill that I evolved, that I honed during COVID, was definitely my communication skills with people. I used to do free spoken English classes for my teammates, for my classes. I studied in a state syllabus school. Not everybody was very comfortable conversing in English. My mom was a teacher. She taught me certain things. And as I told you, I liked inventing my games and teaching people. That was my passion, because if teachers are not able to reach people, that's a failure. You fail to teach when you fail to reach. That's a quote that I came across later. And I made that a motto that I have to reach people. And people skills became one of my biggest assets during COVID, because I just wandered off to different places. I did 5 things at once, played chess, badminton. I never had time to speak with people when COVID wasn't there. So when COVID was there, I was restricted to being at home and using online platforms, of course, Zoom, Google Meet and all of that. And I did most of my things online, and it had to do always with communication, with reading, with speeches, giving a talk for 2 minutes without hesitating. So though it might have helped them in certain ways, they might have cracked interviews, my friends. We were just 16, 17 then. Now that I carry from COVID part is definitely that ability to, what you were saying as controlling people, is basically reaching them. When you reach deep into their soul and tell them your purpose very clearly, show them your purpose without saying it in actual literal words. If you understand what I want to say, it's the soul talking to a soul. So that's the skill that is required utmost in any industry that has to do with education, right now. So now we do not have that amazing teachers like we used to have, because that skill is being artificialized. So people do not rely completely on reaching students. They just want to give information nowadays.
There is two things that has come. There is two books that has been written, right? The first one is called as Knowledge of the Crowd, or I think it's may not be Knowledge of the Crowd. It's kind of Consensus of the Crowd, where the wisdom of the crowd or something like that, where they tell the crowd brings the knowledge of together, the collective consciousness.
Correct.
And then there is a book that has been written called as Foolish of the Crowd, where we tell that, look, when you are in the crowd part, you are one among the sheeps.
True.
So how do you balance it out? Because it's a problem of community in itself.
I mean, it depends on what role you want to play. Ultimately, that is why I was saying being a leader is very important. I cannot go into a phase where I allow somebody to replace me. It's not about faith. It's about brand in layman terms. You don't want the stamp designed to change. It's as equal as that. I would never let anybody replace what I am doing, but they're capable. But I would like to expand with them. So if I am in the right context, if the wisdom people bring into the crowd is being replaced by leadership, I don't see it standing a chance in the group. But I would make all the effort possible for them to feel belonged. I mean, grass also belongs in the forest.
Nice.
There is also a tree.
Nice.
Well, there is also a person who grazes them off. So there are different things. The balance definitely comes with what you identify as a leader. So I think you will become a fool if you choose to become a bigger grass in the field of grass. If it makes sense. I would not choose to be a grass. I would rather choose to be a tree who would never graze on the grass. I would definitely shelter them, but I would never be a bigger grass. I would be a bigger tree.
I would really want to know your view on, because the collective consciousness is, as what I was trying to tell, right, is if you are talking about the theories of music,
yes,
they are available, present, in documented digital format.
True.
If you're talking about music as a notation, they are available in a digital format.
Correct.
They are there as a data set that can be provided to a large language models. Large language models are the models which is basis of artificial intelligence today.
Okay.
They are using these data sets to learn. The problem with artificial intelligence itself is it is giving a cumulative experiences of a lot of people who have documented already that's existing inside the world, starting from Mozart.
Right.
Now, today, when I generate a music inside AI, it's a very weird, irky music because it's not getting that sense of taste.
Right.
But this was also true for images once we started AI. How do you view in this new gen? Because this is it's kind of relevant simply because do you think the artistic nature of it is going to change, or what do you sense about the evolution of AI that's happening right now?
I mean, it goes without saying that AI is first of all artificial. It cannot replace human in any way that has to do with creation. It can only reorganize very intelligently, and that is smart of it. That is something we cannot compete against. We would be foolish if we were to compete ourselves with the speed of AI. And you don't have to feel so offended because the machine is doing good, because it's your brainchild after all. So when it comes to the sensitivity of music, right, the intention behind music is something that goes unnoticed. So when I listen to a piece of music, I go back to how the creator would have imagined. what scenario would the creator be in to come up with a certain situation, and say that information is available somewhere on the net, and definitely artificial intelligence has the access to it. It will only try to replicate the same thing without understanding the unique nature of the new piece that it is constructing. So what will happen is basically it will end up irky, that the way you just mentioned. It will try to make it sound rich, amazing, but doesn't have the sensitivity. So we have a lot of AI music going on. Even Disney, for God's sake, is letting AI compose. They reconstruct the same music. There's a new movie called as Wish. Not very new, but relatively new, that came up. And the moment I listened to it, my ears screamed it was AI music. Though I was very skeptical of myself identifying it, because it's Disney. Why would Disney use artificial intelligence? Because it has one of the best musical sources that anybody could have. But they have tried to experiment something, maybe reduce workload. I do not know why they chose AI to do it, but it is very AI. And now you even have the feature where voices are also being replaced. And it is okay, because when you compare it with contemporary music, right, the Gen Z, Gen Alpha, whatever you call, all of them are already used to a softened version, a sweetened version, an auto-tuned version of music that they listen to. So that's a shortfall of the generation, I would say. I bet any AI would never ever compose a musical piece as close to Lag Ja Gale or any such golden songs that already exists in our old school music books. But nowadays, the music that we make sounds like AI, if it makes sense, not the other way around. So it's like we both are meeting at a point where it's hard to differentiate whether this music is human or not.
And don't you think that's an evolution in the music?
I do not think that is just a corruption, because see, some things happen. You get mutated and you get 6 fingers, for example, and that happened, and people thought that 6 is better than 5, and that thought of corruption right there ended up creating this generation of people thinking that 6 is better than 5, if you understand what I mean. And most of it, though it might not have been researched, most of it is because of hype. Mm-hmm. Say, for example, you're not liking the latest pop song that some XYZ artist has released. Your peer would not like you. There are hundreds of things that happen on the same plane. It is a lot of unnecessary, undocumented kind of instances where things go unnoticed. Some just because it sounds cool, it's supposed to be cool, and that is why it is called pop. Pop music is nothing but popular. People just like it because it is supposed to be liked, and it is. By all means, I do not want to offend anything. It's almost like creating religions.
I would want to give a space, because I have a privilege of sitting with you, and I would want to also listen to you. I have a privilege to do this now.
Yes.
So I want to listen to your song. So.
Oh, is that so?
Yes. So that would be the last part how we went. But I would want to thank you, because one thing which I definitely realized is you are a very deep person.
Thank you.
So you go to a topic, to a last part of it. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. It's amazing that how you see things and how you see stuff. I'm pretty confident that I would want to do this all day long with you.
Likewise.
I would always want to come back, and then we will do the session once again sometime.
Oh, definitely.
And discuss on the journey where you're going. Right?
Definitely.
I would be, as I said, throughout your call, I'm eagerly waiting for the collaborations.
Definitely. We'll discuss more.
Because you're vibing with me, don't you think that you're old? Do you feel that you're old?
The term, again, I'll get back to the term itself. The term old is very overrated, because it is asking of you to believe that you're not new. I don't know if it makes sense.
No, I asked this question from a different point of view.
If it is aged, yes, I think.
Aged, yeah, because the matured can be a lighter version of asking, but I
yes,
wanted
it
to
is more like
I
have a view on that. It is purely based on how many conscious hours you spend with yourself and the world around you. That's it. Most people spend it, I don't know if there is a semi-conscious phase where people do not notice it deliberately, and probably people have not been inspired to notice the details. I think when somebody notices the details on purpose, I think they start consciously aging. And I think I'm not the most aged person when somebody can be 22. I think somebody can be older for 22 if they have spent more conscious time. And according to the time that I have spent consciously viewing the world, probably this is the I don't know if you want to call it maturity that comes into.
Thanks a lot, Sagar.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. It was really a pleasure. It was, at least for me, it's amazing to know how you see the music, how you see.
It's been a lovely pleasure for me to share it with. In fact, it helped me reflect a lot, because some people have not asked me questions like this. You know, when somebody asks you a question, you have to ask your brain, and it has to recollect all of those instances and come up with it. So probably I would say this was a constructive session for myself as well, and it helped me dig into some thoughts probably that were left out.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks
a lot.
Thanks a lot. So this song is the one I was talking about, Lag Ja Gale. I hope we all resonate with the meaning more than the melody.
हमको मिली है आज ये घड़ियां नसीब से, जी भर के देख लीजिए हमको करीब से, फिर आपके नसीब में ये बात हो न हो, शायद फिर इस जन्म में मुलाकात हो न हो। लग जा गले कि फिर ये हंसी रात हो न हो, शायद फिर इस जन्म में मुलाकात हो न हो। लग जा गले से हम तुम कितने पास है, कितने दूर है चांद सितारे, हम तुम कितने पास है, कितने दूर है चांद सितारे। सच पूछो तो मन को झूठे लगते हैं ये सारे सारे सारे, मगर सच्चे लगते हैं ये धरती, ये नदियाँ, ये रहना और तुम बड़े अच्छे लगते हैं, ये धरती, ये नदियाँ, ये रहना और तुम और तुम